If you had ever wondered what it would be like to be an action hero for a day, Just Cause franchise has this nailed down and written in stone. Grapple hooking, parachuting, commandeering vehicles while fighting off the local militia are just some of the characteristics of the Just Cause series. In Just Cause 1, you take the role of Rico Rodriguez, a special agent of some sort who may as well be a Spanish and/or Latin version of James Bond, and rightly so. Rico's inadequate hand-to-hand skills are obviously due to a lack of training. Because of this, his melee skills are next to useless. Rico's favourite weapon, and mine, are his dual revolvers, which Rico seems to have supplied themselves with infinite clips, so he has to occasionally reload. Rico also has a few gadgets up his sleeve, including his trademark grapple hook, which helps him capture anything he desires as long as it has wings or wheels. While Rico's grapple hook, only being capable of latching onto cars and planes, may as well be used to slowly but surely kill people. It's entertaining. It can also be used if you need to make a quick getaway. His parachute, which will mostly be used to stop his legs from ending up in his face, or his face from being stuck in the ground, because the maneuverability of the parachute isn't that desirable. The storyline for Just Cause 1 is anticlimactic, as the hunt is definitely better than the kill. While disappointing, it doesn't deduct from the fun had while playing it. This doesn't change the fact that while playing Just Cause 1, I had enjoyed every bit of the campaign, due to the rare moments when the campaign missions were difficult. Outside the main storyline, there are two factions, the guerrillas and some drug cartel who is in competition with another drug cartel. As such, there is an insane amount of side missions you can do for each faction, as there are only a few missions you can do, but the locations and items of which vary within each mission. In Just Cause 2, Rico Rodriguez is back in action after Sheldon has gone MIA and is presumed to have gone rogue. You are given the task to look for him and bring him back. During this period, you are introduced to three main faction leaders, each with their own agenda for wanting to control Panau, a large Asian continent being controlled by a dictator. As I had assumed Rico in Just Cause 2 would be resistant to bullets like he was in Just Cause 1, I had chosen the hardest possible setting and played on from the start to finish. Among a lot of improvements to Rico's equipment, he is also bestowed with an expanded armory and vehicle selection, most of which are fitted with machine guns. As well as being able to purchase shiny new items from the black market, you can upgrade the level of each vehicle and weapon from level 1 to 6. The difference, when looking at the figures, not seeming that different, definitely makes each weapon more powerful than the previous level. Since Just Cause 1, Rico has obviously given up on trying to use his fist to deal with his enemies, and now uses his grapple hook and melee to fight for him, meaning 1 to 2 hit kills for most militia. The new and improved grapple hook can be used for many things. In one scene you are being chased by a multitude of militia in jeeps. The dual hook function was most useful and proved entertaining during that scene. Because of the improvements made to Rico's grapple hook, this allows for flexibility when using it for grapple shooting so you can quickly escape, as well as fire at any oncoming militia. While the main storyline is heavily padded as the next mission won't unlock until you pass a certain quota of chaos needed, but owning and creating chaos is fairly easy and entertaining. You can earn chaos by destroying government buildings, killing militia, and completing various tasks required of you by one of the three factions. Of course, when creating chaos, you'll be engaged by militia, who are less than accepting of your work and will send helicopters to deal with you. Once you have reached a certain level of chaos, the amount of heat you can have at one time is increased another level, which increases the difficulty when being attacked by militia. This difficulty increase definitely makes Just Cause 2 more challenging than it was in Just Cause 1. But being able to grapple hook, then hijack helicopters being sent after you is almost laughable. When hijacking a military vehicle which still has its driver inside, you are forced to do minor quick-time events to weaken the driver until you can throw him out of his vehicle. While being a good system, I think it could have been improved slightly by increasing the difficulty of it as your max heat level increases, allowing for more challenging hijackings. While there are many new vehicles for Rico to commandeer, they are made redundant by Rico's grapple hook and parachute, due to the momentum you are able to gain, which is much more faster than the top speed of 95% of all land vehicles. I'm not complaining, I just don't see the point of adding so many new vehicles only for them to be overshadowed by a crazy man with a grapple hook. Overall, I had definitely enjoyed Just Cause 1, but the storyline wasn't what I had hoped for, as I expected a more climatic ending for the game. However, in Just Cause 2, the missions leading up to the finale were more climatic and challenging than what I had experienced in Just Cause 1. I did enjoy the campaign missions of both games, but I was still disappointed by the endings of both of them. Too short-lived, and in the case of Just Cause 2, it was too padded.